Alright, we're Easy Comes Home. My name is John.
I'm Christian.
I'm Dakari.
I'm Tony.
Ellis.
And they call me Mr. Shellfish.
So,
Cool. So how did your band start?
I would
Well-
also like to know.
Ellis is the newest addition to our band.
Okay, so this band started about 2 years ago with myself, John, Tony, and Cam. We had an idea to do a project playing some of his solo project, which is Mr. Shellfish, as he introduced himself as. And we were called Jackson Bluff for a while. We tried to put together some shows, and there was a lot of disorganization. It didn't happen. And then we got a show booked back in November, and we got the band back together, as it says, renamed ourselves to Easy Comes Home, and recruited some new members.
What's the story behind your band name?
I think we'd all like
Can I
to
tell
know
this
that.
one?
I wanted to know. I want to know
Please,
that.
Okay, this is the best thing. So when we booked the show, I was still Mr. Shellfish, and we were like in this weird point because we were like, because we weren't like sure that we like wanted to be a band again. We were just like, yo, we need like instruments, so like we love y'all, let's come play and get some money. So like we were doing that, and so then he was dropping the EP, which is like the only EP we have out right now. But that was back when it was just a solo project because he basically composed all of it and then she brought it to us and then we like learned how to like sing the stuff that was already written and like play the intros. So he was like on a name generator and he was like, I gotta come up with an album name and an artist name. Okay. And we were just going. We got Shrimp Pistol, which we're saving for something else.
Wait, who said that?
That was
The
a name
random
generator.
generator,
Shrimp
yeah.
Pistol. No, it was Pistol Shrimp,
It
and we
was
were like,
Pistol
Shrimp
Shrimp.
Pistol is better.
Yeah. Shrimp Pistol.
Yes, Shrimp Pistol was way
Shrimp
better.
Pistol hard.
And then Easy Comes Home came out, and we were like,
No, it wasn't Easy Comes Home, though. It was like Coming Home Easily or something like that, and this wordsmith switched
That was
around to
me?
Easy Comes Home. That was you.
Yo, that was me?
Yep.
That's
right.
crazy.
Cool. So how would you describe your sound?
I would describe our sound as disco funk pop
With an indie twinge.
with an indie twinge.
Isn't it twang?
Twang.
Twinge is a word.
Anyways,
I like
No,
twang.
tinge. Tinge and twang are both words.
funk, disco, indie, pop with a twinge twang.
Look right in the
Potato, potato.
Yeah.
You know?
What are you doing?
Wait, what was that last part?
Ellis.
I would describe our music as indie funk pop. That's what it says on our Spotify or our Instagram.
So indie funk
Pop. Indie funk and
In
pop.
that order.
and that.
No, I would say if it was going to be in order, it would be pop, indie funk.
You
So
just
there's-
think we're pop because you like what we do. We're
Yeah,
not
because we
pop.
follow pop structure.
Okay, fair point.
So there's no
We
twang
do.
twang.
We do.
There's no
No twing nor twang.
there's a twinge.
Twinge?
Twang
I've never
is
heard.
It's not a word. It's not a word.
Shakespeare invented words all the time.
Tinge.
I hate it when we fight.
What separates your music from other artists?
I don't want it.
All right,
Get myself in
so
trouble.
my personal opinion is that the like personal tastes that we all share in like the music that we listen to outside of the band is actually mad different. Like we like the stuff that each other listens to, but as far as like our favorite genres, like I really feel like everyone here has a different genre. The cool part is, and I've been in like a few like musical collectives and bands and shit, or people that want to call themselves bands. And the coolest part about this is that this is the first time that I think we have a project together where like there is no ego, so we're not concerned if like I want this to sound like me or I want this to sound like me. So that's why we like always say like 4 genres whenever we're doing stuff, because like Christian loves funk and like John loves anything that's trippy, and like I love sad boy shit, and Tony's from the north, and these guys play in the jazz school. So it's like everyone has something different. Everyone has a favorite song and a favorite artist, and like someone that they're like looking to as an influence when we come to like make stuff. So it's yeah.
What are you eating?
Yeah, what did you just play?
Nothing
came out of your
Please.
Tony's from the north. It's a northern.
Haley, cut that out. What did you pop in the middle of the interview?
Alright, so let me explain myself. I inhaled, choked on my gum, coughed it up,
I thought so. Okay.
put it back in place.
So how would you describe your songwriting process?
Somebody will use like Logic or Ableton or whatever and arrange it that way, and then a lot of the time we'll bring it in completely unfinished, and we'll just be like, oh, this is an idea, and then as a band we will lengthen it out and be like, hey, there needs to be a bridge here, or what if we cut here, you know, what if we did this part differently. So a lot of the time it will like start with one person's idea, but by the time we're playing it, it's everybody's contributed to written something.
I think it's safe to say that a lot of our songs have completely different starts. I mean, maybe like 1 or 2 songs that we're playing on our live set actually started the same way. So sometimes we'll start with a jam, sometimes we'll start in Logic or Ableton, and sometimes we'll play something that Cam wrote like 10 years ago in his bedroom, and he brings that to us.
So what is your favorite memory playing a show together?
It was at our first show. We do this thing where we have this song that we're not allowed to rehearse.
Oh yeah.
It's called The Recipe. We're not allowed to rehearse it because it's just like a little lick, and we always just kind of improvise off of it. So we played it at our first show, and
You'll hear it.
I see everybody was like dancing
Shut up,
immediately.
shut up.
Everybody was dancing. It was just a really fun time, and like it was the last song we played at our first show, so it was like we were relaxed at that point, and that was just a good time. It was fun.
That has to be the best thing. We've played like 3 shows, so yeah, not a lot to choose from. I think the most. Besides that, the thing that sticks out to me is at our 2 shows ago, we had 2 people fall into our amps and stuff.
Oh yeah!
And we kept playing.
The guy who fell on your pedal board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then someone
And there
else.
was a girl that just like ate it.
When she
Yeah, no, it was bad.
Like yeah.
Not that bad though. Like don't sue us. But
That same show when we did the recipe for the first time, that was my birthday, y'all.
Oh yeah.
You guys said, hey, it's Dakari's birthday, and I was like, hey, thanks guys, and everyone sang happy birthday, and it was pretty.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was pretty cool.
I
care about you,
want to
man.
throw in that I didn't.
Such a.
You know my
true friend,
rule, man.
such a
You know
true
my
friend.
rule.
What's your rule?
I don't say happy birthday until 11:59.
All of the shows are a blur, in all honesty. Like, I get up there, I look at the white and the black keys, I decide which ones to play, and then it goes by in 3 seconds, and I don't really remember it at all.
My favorite moment is definitely when we were performing at the house, and so our second show was at this house for the app called The Sketch, and there were like 400 people are gonna show up, and we were like,
Oh, yeah.
we were like, no they're not, like they're not gonna, 400 people are not gonna show up at this tiny ass house, and then 400 people showed up, and then it was raining,
Oh,
so then
yeah.
there was 400 people packed inside this
No.
small ass house, and we were literally like performing like this. We were like, yeah, and then like the best part is like. So that's why the people fell on like his pedal board. That's why people were eating shit because you really couldn't walk anywhere.
That's very true.
And then this one dude who like I guess recognized me like after we sang Second Nature, he like walked up to me and was like, "Yo, that was really good." And I was like, "Thank you." And he like he tried to like start a conversation with me like as you were playing leads in the next song. Like you were like ding ding ding, and he was like, "Yeah, so like when do you guys practice?" And I was like, "No, dude, like," and I just went 1 second and I just finished the set.
A really similar thing happened to me at that show. A guy that I knew, Chad Lopez, I love you to death. He came up to me while I was playing the piano, in the middle of a song, playing piano, and he tried to shake my hand.
Oh yeah! That did happen.
I was
That
like,
did happen.
I literally, I took my key, I went, and kept playing.
I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to say here. I haven't been performing with this band for too long. Pretty sure for the first show I was pretty zooted.
I can confirm.
Pretty suited.
Okay.
I like it. I like that.
What about that time at the last show when you were like, what song were you playing? I'll be like,
I
you'll
never know what
it.
song.
And then you go,
I can't.
I don't know
guess
it.
That's my favorite song. I guess that could be my
No, we hear
favorite.
it.
I mean, yeah.
It's an okay memory.
Alright, so my favorite song to play would probably be Second Nature. It's unreleased, and I've been writing it for like 2 or 3 years now, so it's cool. It's cool for it to finally come together. Like, we're using it. Work paid off. It's fun to play.
My favorite song to play is most certainly Bury Me.
Is it because of your 2 guitar solos?
It's because of the fact that there's 2 guitar solos. I wrote it over the course of a year. So I put a lot of love into that song, and it's the title track on our EP, which is
Guitar
available
fans.
on all streaming platforms.
My favorite song is probably No Money, No Honey. Cause you know what I'm thinking about when I'm playing.
Yeah.
Money.
Money, all that
I'm
money.
getting that bag, you know what I'm saying?
I really like playing Beside Me, and it's not just because of the piano solo.
Oh, it's not?
No, you listen to that all the time, you kind of get it in your head, but like we play it the exact same way every time, so I can expect like a nice guitar lick to come in, and like I hear it in my head, and then I hear Christian play it, and it just makes me happy. It's always like one of those songs where I feel at home playing it, and I feel the biggest sense of camaraderie with us when we play at home.
Oh my god, bro.
It's for the good of the band.
No, it's not that. That's
I always
fine.
like that.
Please keep that. Keep that moment.
Favorite sad song, definitely Beside Me, because that was the first song I ever wrote that was good. I've been writing songs for 11 years and they were shit. And then I wrote one that was good. Jersey said it was bad. I was like, damn, wrote it a little bit more, then it was good. Now we're legends. My favorite Happy Boys song to do is definitely No Money, No Honey. Because it's such a great closer.
It is.
And also, I
It's a
just
banger.
love singing it because I don't know nothing about music. I don't know nothing about music scales or anything, like, at all. Like, I literally just, like, hear it and then, like, sing to it. So, like, sometimes when I write songs, I just randomly write in a key that's perfect for my voice. And I accidentally did that with No Money, No Honey. So that was great.
Alright, so is there anything you guys want to promo quickly, or?
Stickers.
Okay, I got you. So we have Easy Comes Home stickers. We're selling them at shows. They are name your price with a minimum of 50 cents per sticker, as well as we will be releasing a single titled 74, hopefully within the next month.